Right, so the third change of vowel quantity before the great vowel shift. Yeah, so far we had lengthening in the 9th century, you remember that, child, children, and so on. Then we had S10 shortening in the 10th century, which produced things like keep and kept and meet and met and so on. And we come to the third now, L13, lengthening in the 13th century. Okay? And the rule is the following. Stressed short vowels are lengthened in open syllables of bisyllabic words. Well, that's all there is. Open syllables means that the syllable really, ends with a vowel sound. Ta-lu, all right? It's an open syllable. So the first syllable is open, okay? Ta-lu. It's not tal-u or something like that, yeah? Open syllables. And words like that, exactly here, yeah? The modern word tail, so goes back to the Old English word talu, okay? Short, talu. And there you see, talu, it's a bisyllabic word, of course. There is an open syllable, talu, yeah? And so L13 applies, and talu becomes something like in Middle English, tal, okay? Tal, all right, lengthened. And only because of that, it enters the great vowel shift. So talu becomes tal, or tal, and this goes into the great vowel shift and becomes, first of all, tail, Shakespeare, that would be, and modern English, tail. Okay, so, and if it weren't for this lengthening in the 13th century, it would today the word would sound like tal, something like that. Okay, but it is a diphthong. A long diphthong is due to a lengthening, and then that it, because of that, went into the great vowel shift. Okay, more examples of that kind. Okay, here we go. Hope. Okay, the modern word hope. Okay, could be a noun or a verb. It doesn't make a difference. Okay, so hopper in Old English, hopper, as we still have in German. Yeah? I always say, but compared to German, hoffen, yeah? Contemporary German, hoffen, short o. Yeah? Okay, but since hopper, bisyllabic, yeah? Open syllable, L13 applies, and then it becomes something like hopper in Middle English. And then again, this hopper goes into the great vowel shift and becomes hope eventually. Yeah? Hopper. Hope today. Okay. The same, another verb, yeah, brekan, German again, short vowel, even today, brechen, okay, same word, brekan, okay, L13 applies, and then Middle English becomes break, okay, and it really should become break today. No, it didn't. No, it's not break today, it's break today, but this is a different story, okay? Just stick with the Middle English here, yeah? So it wouldn't be break today anyway if it hadn't been for the lengthening in the 13th century, okay? That's an interesting case here, yeah, very interesting case. Black, okay? And, of course, meaning black, no problem here. And you see, there is no L13. How could there be, since it's neither bisyllabic or an open syllable or anything like that? Yeah, it's a closed syllable, black. Okay, here we go. No, yeah, no L13 applies, and therefore in modern English we have black. Okay. However, in Old English and in early Middle English, many adjectives, okay, have a singular and plural form. Okay, so it's a difference if you say the black knight or the black knights. Black would be different according to the numerus of the noun which it qualifies. Okay, and the plural of black was blacker. Blacker, not black but blacker. So you would say blacke Knichtes. Okay. Black knights, blacke Knichtes, for example. And then L13 applies for the plural. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so blacker becomes blacker. And this now, since it has a long vowel, goes into the great vowel shift, and eventually it turns out to be Blake today, which you still have as a family name. Okay, so if somebody has a family name Blake, no, it derives from the black ones. Yeah? It's a family who all had black hair, and therefore they are called the Blakes, if you like. Blake, the black ones in the plural. Okay, that's the family name, black for you. Or more, yeah, idiosyncrasies. I mean, have that. Old English, heffen, okay, heffen, short, okay. Since, open syllable, bisyllabic, heffen, okay, L13 applies. Heffen, and then becomes in Middle English, heaven, okay, heaven. Should be heaven today, right? Okay, because heaven, no, great vowel shift, the second phase of a great vowel shift, it should be, look at the spelling, EA spelling today, should be heaven. No, it's not heaven. What happened? What happened? And that's all due to that. There is a plural also of heaven, which is heaviness. Okay, heaviness, heaviness. That's the plural, and it's trisyllabic. Yeah, heaviness, 3 syllables, and therefore no L13 applies. And in Middle English, you have heaviness and heaviness, and yeah, here we go. The vowel stays short. So, and in the end, you end up with 2 different things. The plural short, heaven, the heavens, some of this, the singular haven, long, Middle English. And if you look at the modern thing, okay, and now this is what we have to grasp here. EA spelling, which means it should be long, it's not. However, the pronunciation is short. So what we really do have today is the spelling of the singular and the pronunciation of the plural. That's what happened. Okay? We pronounce the plural heaven, which is no L13, but spell the singular haven, which went into the L13 as the singular form. Okay? Really, the short and long variants, they existed side by side, and we know this from the rhymes. Okay, even the Romantics still, I mean, people like Wordsworth and Byron, they could rhyme heaven and even. So it must have been heaven. Yeah, spelling heaven. Yeah. Even and even, otherwise it wouldn't rhyme. What really happened is that the long variant died out and the short variant survived, but we still spell the long. Okay? And this gives you now, and this is the explanation, here we go once again, why heaven looks like heaven because of the EA spelling, but it has a short vowel. Okay? And the same applies to a lot of others. Yeah? To leather, there you have it. Yeah? Same thing. Okay, we spell the singular, pronounce the plural. Leather. Okay, same is true for weather. Okay, for heavy. Yeah? Always the spelling of the singular and the pronunciation of the plural. Okay. History of final E, and we have to talk about that as well, because, I mean, this L13 produced a lot of words which have this structure here. Any long vowel, this is the big V, capital V with a colon, any long vowel, any consonant, and an E in the end. Yeah, this is the structure. Okay? And words like take or something like this. So what it really produced is a lot of silent E's, which were pronounced once. Yeah, take the example I've given you here: Old English takan, then Middle English take, because of L13, long, tak, and then great vowel shift take. Yeah? Old English Makan, L13, Make, okay, and then make. German is still short, yeah? Machen, huh? Machen, okay, Makan, L13. And what we have today, you see, they were pronounced once, so Take, we spell Take, but we say take. This means there is a silent E in the end. And since loads and loads of these words were produced where you have a long vowel or a diphthong and a silent E in the end, silent E was reinterpreted as a length symbol, as a symbol for the length of the preceding vowel. You get that? No? So L13 produced a lot of words which have a silent E in the end. And then people didn't know anymore what this silent E word comes from or where it came from. They didn't know it was pronounced once, and then they reinterpreted it as a length symbol because all the vowels before were long or diphthongs. And if you look at spellings in the 18th century, oh my God, yeah, for example, 18th century, I mean, E's everywhere. Even music has an E in the end. Although the vowel isn't long before that, yes. And when final E became mute, and here it is once again, it was associated in spelling with the preceding long vowel, okay? And final E was used in quite an haphazard way. And look at that, yeah? Old English weef, short, and today wife, an E. The E was never there, okay? It was never weef or anything like that, no. It wasn't pronounced ever. It's unetymological, and it's used as a symbol of vowel length, since we have a diphthong, wife. Yeah? The same is true for house. There you even have two denominations of length, yeah? The spelling O-U, which should make it clear that it's a long vowel, okay? But then again, I mean, they felt like, let's put an E in the end as well, to make sure. So you have two denominations of length here. And the E, once again, unetymological, who's never. There was never an E, never pronounced. Same true for mouse, okay? Mouse, singular. Even, yeah? Here. Redundant plural markers insofar as you have the OU grapheme and the E. So, to sum this up, in take, the E is etymological. It was pronounced once. In house, final E is unetymological. It's never been pronounced. Okay? It's just put there as a sign of length. Okay, in a way, this sums up the quantitative changes of which happened before the Great Vowel Shift. And I repeat myself, I mean, they are important because of them. They decide, these changes in quantity, whether the vowel will go into the Great Vowel Shift or not. Okay? And therefore, sometimes, and it produces a lot of incongruencies. Okay? We had those. Okay? Whether Y spelled with an EA in a short vowel. Okay. There we go. Child and children, or meat and net, and all these things, okay, may be explained through quantitative changes before the Great Vowel Shift. Right. Yes, so stay tuned. I mean, the next thing we will be talking about is, you wouldn't have guessed, a very important qualitative change in the vowels, which is going to be I mutation. So stay tuned. Next video is going to be on I mutation, or as we Germans say, I umlaut.